So we are at the Forest Grove School Labyrinth, and this is a mindfulness tool that helps you regulate your emotions, basically. So when you're up here, you can either think of it as a way for you to manage something that negatively is going through you, a problem, where you're walking into the labyrinth and you're also walking into yourself to find the answer. And you're walking out with a new sense of awareness of what your reality is. That's one way of walking it, with the so-called problem. The other thing is, and this is what we practice a lot with the kids because they're feeling pretty good most of the time, is you can think of one of the 4 virtues that we have surrounding the labyrinth. What brings you peace? What you're grateful for? What you love about yourself? What you have in your life that you love? Forgiveness is also a piece. Who you need to forgive, if it's forgiveness of yourself. And so you can walk it amplifying those thoughts with I am statements. I am strong, I am loving, I am feeling at peace right now. And that's it too. Whenever the kids come to the space, the first thing we want to do is be present in the space. So sometimes I have the kids lean up against a tree or stand firmly on the ground, feeling their feet in their shoes, and just listening to the sounds around us. The creek, the wind, the birds, just to be here now. So it's all about staying in the present, and during these times, the present moment is what we have. We don't want to think about the past or the future. Let's just be here now. So when we have a big group, we won't have a big group here, but usually I have classes up here, class groups of about 25 people, 25 kids, or there's the staff too. I time them so it's a walk that you do. So if you're coming up with your family, you're going in one by one. You're not standing side by side, so you can do the social distancing, no problem. And you want to pace out each other. So that's why I'm holding the chime bowl. And you can find something else that maybe makes a nice sound. So that the first person that walks in, maybe you're ringing a chime bell or a bell. And until the sound ends, that's when you ring the bell again, and that's when the next person can go in. So you're walking the path on your own. The other important piece is when you get to the center, which I'll demonstrate, you want to take a pause. You want to stand and you want to either give up all the stuff that you don't want anymore up to the sky or down into the earth. Maybe touch the middle stone, the touchstone. Maybe leave a gift behind. And just take maybe 5 to 10 seconds and just breathe. And just remember all the best parts of you. And remember that lots of children have come through this space too. Walking with gratitude, walking with peace, walking with love. And they've left all these good intentions and energy on that stone. So maybe you're absorbing a little bit of that. And then you're walking out. And when you walk out, if you're the first, second, third person, and there's people still in the labyrinth, you want to show them respect and let them be in there for as long as they need. And by showing respect, you're being quiet. You're going somewhere to be on your own, maybe to reflect. And maybe when everybody else has come out from your family, then you share. There's no right or wrong way of doing this, I don't think. People have been walking these paths for centuries. It's a place of grounding, of relaxing and calming. A lot of kids report that they feel so much better after they've done it. It increases creativity because it mimics brain pattern. And a lot of times we'll share their experiences and we get to witness a whole range of different emotions with them. But the one thing I always remark about is how respectful they are of each other when they do it. So this is a special place at the school. I'm really honored that people want to know how to do it themselves, and I do really hope that it brings you peace when you're here. You can use it whenever you need. As long as there's not a big group of people here and you're doing the social distancing, I think it's the perfect thing for today. I hope that you do find some tips and tools. I will try to share some more information as we go, some more patterns, some more things that you can think of, and maybe mantras or I am statements when you're walking, or feel free to reach out to me with any questions. When we first built the labyrinth, and I talked to the kids about walking it when you have a certain problem or a situation that is upsetting, we had we didn't have the rocks down. We just had it lined with the lime chemicals, I guess, to mark it. And a grade 6-7 class was up here. I think they were one of the last classes to help build the labyrinth. And just as a bit of a background, the classes that came and participated in building this were told that they were creating something for others, something that would bring people happiness and peace. And they were literally putting the foundation down on that. And all these kids have since graduated from Forest Grove. Some are about to be graduating from high school, hopefully. So there was a student in the class group, the last class. She was a First Nations student, new to the school, maybe only been in the school for 2 months. Her teacher said she was extremely quiet, and they were having a lot of hard time getting her to sort of voice any sort of opinions. She wanted to walk it though, and she walked it. She did the pause in the middle, and then she came out, and she came right to us, and she said, so when I walked the labyrinth, and I stood in the middle, 2 symbols came to me. One was an eagle, and one was a wolf. And when I came out, I had a pain in my side, and I don't know why. So I said to her, why don't you walk it again with the question of why those 2 symbols came to you, and with the intention to also release the pain in your side. So she walked it again, came out, and she said, the eagle was her mother, flying high above her, always watching out for her, and always with her. The wolf was her brother, sometimes scary. She didn't always get along with him, but she knew he was protecting her, even though they weren't with her anymore. That's all she said. And then she ran off and started playing soccer with the rest of the group. So I would say that was probably the most profound story we've had at the Labyrinth the first day it was built. Had smaller stories like students coming up to me at recess saying, "The Canucks lost last night, Miss Barb. I'm going to go walk the Labyrinth at recess." Or, "No, I did walk it, but I'm still sad." I'm like, "So go walk it again at lunch." You know, or, "I didn't do too well today, Miss Barb, but I'm going to go walk the Labyrinth and feel better." So it just all depends on where you're at. For me, it's always about gratitude. I always thank all the kids that have been here before. I always like to place any kind of problem or issue back into the ground. Had kids where we talked about earthing, walking. Sometimes kids walk bare feet because they've learned how to release all their energy into the ground. And one student said, "Well, aren't we picking up all the bad energy of all the other kids?" And I said, "No, the earth has a way of recycling everything back, taking what it's needed and giving out all the good stuff." So just be open, I would say, and have a journal or something, or someone to talk to express your emotions to decompress, to process. That's always the most important thing that I say to the children too, is if they still have a hurt in their heart or a problem in their mind, that they need to talk about it to someone that they trust. Parent, family, friend, teacher, principal, counselor. And that's always really important too.